Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well today. So for today's look, I filmed this super full glam dramatic pink Valentine's Day look. I went a little bit out of my comfort zone with this and tried something new, and I absolutely love the way that it turned out. But the super exciting part of today's video is that I collabed with my friend Sydney. She has a YouTube channel here, well, on YouTube obviously. And I did this really full glam version of Valentine's Day look, and she did more of a understated, natural, just really pretty Valentine's Day look. Hers is something perfect that you can wear out for dinner with your man or your woman, whatever. And mine is more of a do your makeup and take a picture, post it on Instagram, and never really go out in public kind of thing. So we thought it would be a great idea to collab on these videos. So be sure to check hers out. She's awesome. She is so sweet and she is so talented, you guys. So be sure to go give her video a thumbs up, subscribe to her channel, watch all her videos, and if you like this look that I have on my face right now, then we're going to jump right into the video. So to begin this look today, I'm going in with my Nars Radiant Cream Concealer. And I'm going to go ahead and put that all over the eyelids and blend that in with a little concealer brush just to set a base down for our eyeshadows. And then once I get that blended in, I am going to go ahead and set that down. Yeah, Charmer, the white shade from this Tarte and Bloom palette. And I actually forgot to include like a shot of my palette, so I'm just going to be inserting this picture that I got off the Tarte website. Then once that's set, I took these little like nail art stickers and I stuck them in like little patterns on each side of my eye. So to begin the eyeshadow, I'm going in with my Tarte and Bloom palette, and I'm going in with the shade Sweetheart on this big fluffy brush. And I'm just going to go ahead and put this all over my crease area. This is going to act as our transition shade. This is the shade that is initially going to blend everything out into our skin. This shade is very important for this look today because we are using a very bright pink shade. Then I'm going in with this really pretty pink Maybelline eyeshadow, and I'm just taking this on a little e.l.f. brush, and I'm going to go ahead and start applying this shade into the crease, and then I'm going to start working it up the less product that I have on my brush. And as you can see, these little stickers, they kind of came off pretty easy. So I had to be really careful whenever I was applying the shadows. So I just went in like a little tapping motion over the areas with the little stickers on it, and in the other parts of my eye I just did like normal windshield wiper motions and circular motions. So I'm going in and applying a few layers of this shade just because I want this to be really intense and very pink. Then I'm going to go in with this Real Techniques brush. It's just a little tapered eye brush, and I love using brushes like this for matte kind of smoky eye looks. I just feel like these brushes apply matte shades so well just because whenever you're applying it, it's blending it out at the same time, so it just makes everything a lot easier and a lot more seamless. Then of course I'm going to go right back in with that first shade that we used, and I'm going to blend out that pink a little bit just to be sure that we aren't having any harsh lines and that everything is very blended. Next I'm going in and I'm blending the shades Rebel and Leader together. They're just these really pretty dark shades. One's just like a light burgundy and the other one's like a dark brown shade. So I'm going to mix those together on this little e.l.f. brush, and I am just applying these two shades right directly into the crease. I'm not going any higher with it initially until I have the color depth that I want, and then I will blend this shade up just a little bit just to give that blended out and blown out eye look. Next, I'm going in with an e.l.f. angled contour brush with those same two shades, and I am just kind of stippling this on where the stickers are, and then everywhere else I'm kind of blending it around. But I am being very careful with these shades just because they are so dark. I'm not wanting them to get too high up. Then I'm going in with this e.l.f. eye defining brush, and I'm just going to define the crease even more. I'm going very, very directly into the crease with this, and I'm going in with that really dark Rebel shade, and I'm making sure that this color does not go any higher than the crease. I'm wanting this to stay very precise and very clean. Then I'm going back in with that Real Techniques brush, and I am loading this brush down with that pink shade because I'm literally going back over the whole entire eyelid with this. I am redoing the lid shade, I'm going back in the crease with this, and I'm going over that whole entire darker area in the crease that we did with those other two shades just to make sure that the pink really, really stands through. And using those two dark shades still gives me a crease and gives me some definition, but putting that pink over it just really, really makes your whole eye look very, very pink and very Valentine's glam, and I'm loving it. So of course, take your time with this and make sure that you're not getting too messy with anything and that everything is blended out really, really well. And then as you can see right here, I'm really, really blending at that crease. And I'm even taking just a little bit of Rebel on this Real Techniques brush and mixing it with the pink shade just to create a little bit more depth in there. Then I went ahead and took my tape and my little stickers off. And I got this really pretty look right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and start the skin. I am going in with my NYX Angel Veil Primer, and I am just going to rub that all over my face. I love this primer. It's so affordable, and it works so well. And then I'm going in with my Estée Lauder Double Wear Foundation, and I'm going to go ahead and pounce this in with my Beauty Blender. This shade is just a little bit dark for me, but once I get my powder and like highlight on and everything, it's going to look fine. Then I'm going in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. As usual, I swear to God, you guys, this concealer, like, it's just the best. I've tried so many other ones since I've started using this, but I always just go back to it. Like, I'm so spoiled by it. It's just my favorite. Then to cream contour, I'm taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Kit. I'm using the light contour kit, and I'm using the shade Light Sculpt, which is like in the very middle kind of cool tone shade in the palette. And I'm using that on this little e.l.f. brush, and I'm just taking this into the hollows of my cheeks and around my cheekbones, around my forehead, my jawline, and down the sides of my nose. I don't normally do a nose contour, but the eyes are like really intense today, so I figured why not go all out. Then I'm doing something a little weird. I am going in with my Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I'm taking this and putting it around that dark Anastasia shade that we just put down. Just because this concealer is just about the same shade as my skin, and this Anastasia contour kit is a little bit dry, so I find that if I put this concealer around that cream contour, it just blends out so beautifully. Like, I have no idea why I've never done this before because it looks so good. So I'm taking my beauty blender and I'm going to go ahead and blend in my concealer with that first. Then once I have my concealer blended in, I'm going in with this little Morphe G6 brush. It's just like a flat buffer brush. And I'm going to go ahead and blend in my cream contour. Now, whenever I blend in my cream contour, I always blend upwards and to the side, never blend down because that kind of defeats the purpose of contouring. It makes your cheekbones look more sunken in rather than having them look higher. Then once I have that blended in, I'm going to go ahead and go with my Maybelline finishing powder in the shade 5 Light, I believe. And I'm taking this on my beauty blender, which is still just a little bit damp. And I'm going to go ahead and pack this underneath my eyes. I'm kind of baking, but I'm kind of also setting my concealer down with this and making sure to really pounce the powder down into the skin. And then I'm also going to take that powder everywhere else that we put that concealer. And I'm also taking this kind of down the sides of the nose and then around my nostrils, I guess you would say. I don't really know how to explain that, but you guys can see what I'm doing. And then I'm also going to go ahead and bake underneath my contour just to sharpen that up. Then I'm just going to go ahead and finish my lower lash line. I am taking that same little e.l.f. eye defining brush and I'm just going in with that pink shade and running this color all over the lower lash line. Then I'm doing the same thing with that Real Techniques brush, just running that all over the lower lash line. And I'm sorry, I was so out of focus for all of this. I'm really not sure what happened because the frames before and after these are fine, but you know, whatever. So I'm just going in with this white eyeliner from Essence, and I'm going to go ahead and put this in my waterline just to really open up the eyes and make sure that the pink doesn't overpower the eyes and make us look maybe a little sick or anything like that. So then I went off camera and I applied my Eyelure, what are they? The Eyelure Texture number 117 lashes. And then I did my brows with the Benefit Brow Cream Gel Eyebrow Color in the shade 2. So for bronzer slash contour, I'm going to go in with this Hoola bronzer by Benefit. And I'm applying this with this little Sonia Kashuk brush. I'm just going over all the places where we put that cream contour. And you can see that doing a cream contour and then a powder bronzer or contour shade over top really does intensify the look and just gives you that really chiseled effect and just like so full glam. I love it. Then for blush, I'm going in with this little Flower Pots powder blush. Sorry. And I don't know what was up with me, you guys, but I did not show anything. Like, nothing. But this is just a really pretty, like, nudie pink blush. It has some gold or, like, shimmer in it. It's not too much, though. It just gives you, like, a nice, healthy glow to the skin. I love this blush. It just looks so natural and pretty. Then for highlighter, I'm going in with this Laura Geller Baked Gelato Swirl highlighter in the shade Peach Glow, which is more pink on me than a peachy shade. So I like to use this with like pink eye looks like this. I think it just really ties everything together. And I'm going pretty heavy with this highlighter. I'm going through and applying a few layers. I only showed you guys like 2 layers, but there was like at least 4 on my cheekbones. I'm not even gonna lie. Then to highlight the inner corners, I'm going in with this beautiful little single eyeshadow by L'Oreal. It's just the most pretty, just pastel baby pink color with some shimmer. Oh my goodness. It's so pretty, and it's such a good inner corner highlight for looks like this. Then to set my brows in place, I'm going to go ahead and use this NYX Tinted Brow Mascara. And I'm just going to brush my eyebrows up and then just kind of shape them down with the shape of my eyebrows. Next, for the lips, I am going in with the Lipstick Queen Lip Liner in the shade Nude. And I'm just going to go ahead and line my lips with this. I'm not filling them in or anything. And then for all over my lips, I'm going in with this L'Oreal Pro Matte Gloss in the shade Bare Attraction. And this color is so pretty, especially with this lip liner. I think I might have just found my new favorite, like really nude, because let's face it, I'm not a nude kind of girl, but this is so pretty. I'm so in love with this lip color.